One of the biggest game changers that most people don't appreciate is a mouse with an infinite scroll wheel. It lets you toggle the notches so that it can freely spin. The metal wheel has weight, which has actual momentum, so when you do a long scroll, you can just do a strong gesture and move a lot of your screen in one flick. A horizontal scroll wheel also helps move left or right on spreadsheets, flip pages in an ebook, or navigate a timeline in a video editor. I have an additional thumb rest button set up so that when I can combine it with a gesture, I can switch between multiple desktops without having to move my hands. You can waste a lot of time scrolling and switching between desktops, which is frustrating. If you do that 100 times a day, it adds up. All of these features are available on the Logitech MX Master 3 mouse. An infinite scroll wheel is available in these mice. The second upgrade on this list solved a huge problem for me. I can type for long sessions, and keeping my arms and hands at the right angle just don't work without some kind of assistance. I would have wrist pain, and I started to pay more attention to desk ergonomics. I've used a lot of ergonomic keyboards, but many of them don't have mechanical switches, let you spread your arms apart for a natural angle, and aren't RGB. Split keyboards support natural hand separation by separating them a natural width apart. RGB is not just for fancy lights, but offer a real usability advantage, like visually separating letters, numbers, and function keys. They can also change depending on the application you're running so that you know which keys do what. The Cloud9 Ergo TKL and Ergo FSK keyboard not only let you spread the keyboard out as much as you want, but also has RGB, macro support, and programmable dial functionality. These keyboards can take up a bit more space than you're used to, especially if you spread them out. You can use the extra space in between the keyboard parts for a mouse. The next upgrade made my life so much better. I use a big desk pad so my hand's not on hardwood and it acts like a cushion. It makes things so much cleaner, catches crumbs which are easy to sweep away. The neoprene mouse pads are common, but look for one with stitched edges as the fabric fibers may fray otherwise and just makes it look like a crappy mouse pad. This next desk gadget is both an input and output device that not only allows for custom shortcut buttons for whatever application you're using, it also acts as many tiny secondary monitors for all sorts of system statuses.
Ooh.
And that device is the Elgato Stream Deck. There are many to choose from depending on your budget and needs, and all are very useful and completely programmable with any icon and function you can dream up. It can even switch profiles automatically whenever you open up a related program like Photoshop or Teams. The smaller Stream Deck has 15 buttons and is a must-have for video calls. I find it very useful to have a dedicated button to mute myself, and the button changes its color and icon so I know I'm muted. There's also immediate access to emotes. I also have a button to take an immediate screenshot of the entire desktop so I don't miss something important that's being presented. I use the new Stream Deck Plus XL, which has 36 programmable buttons, a touch-sensitive screen bar, and 6 notched push-button dials. It's really helpful to have all the functions on one screen, plus supplementary information like CPU and GPU stress monitors. You can also adjust the volumes of separate programs independently like a mixer, like changing the volume of individuals in a Discord chat while playing a game. In Photoshop, you can use these dials to change brush sizes and opacity levels, and you can use the buttons to run macros, switch functions and brushes, and all sorts of useful things without having to remember the keyboard shortcuts. Of course, in video editing, this thing is essential, as you can change playback, reverse, cut, copy, insert, and do all sorts of things like a professional video editing board. There's way too many functions to go over here. I'll have a series of videos to show you how to get the most out of your Elgato Stream Deck, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss those. And when you want to rickroll somebody at a moment's notice, now you can. If you're going for a clean look, then you really can't dispute the need for good cable management. The trouble is, it takes a lot of time to wire up everything properly and doesn't make it easy to tear down if you need to change something, like if you need to take your laptop's power adapter with you. Just get a simple under-desk cable management hanger. The cables don't need to be organized or threaded in a particular way, just get them off the floor and hide them. A tray like the one I have here hides the cable mess and still makes it accessible if you need to switch things around or extract the laptop power brick. You may have to keep a power adapter with you at some point, so keep this tied separately. Use Velcro straps rather than zip ties so you can easily add more cables or tear down. Just as long as everything's off the floor, then the whole setup will be much cleaner. Also use something with clamps to avoid using screws on your desk unless you're really sure about how permanent you want this solution to be. Some people either love them or hate them, but this next one really improved my life, and that's a monitor screen bar. It's helpful to have a desk lamp, especially if you like your computing cave dark. Just having the monitor as your light source can be strainful for your eyes. You might think that a screen bar would wash out the colors of your monitor, but screen bars shine the light at an angle so that it lights up your desk and not your monitor. I have a curved ultrawide, so many monitor screen bars don't work as the light hits the monitor itself. That's why I got this Kuntis foldable eye care light. Not only does it follow the curve of the monitor, but I can fold the arms to focus the light however I want. It has a wireless remote and allows you to change the color of the downward facing light and brightness. It even has RGB backlighting. The advantage of a screen bar instead of a desk lamp is that it doesn't take up desk space. There are only a few more things left on the list. Remember, there's a bonus tip that I feel is really the most important one. This is the lifesaver that saves my PC, and that is the UPS, or the uninterruptible power supply. It's basically a battery bank for your computer, monitor, and anything else you want to connect to it. When the electricity goes out, the computer automatically switches to battery power, so you have time to finish whatever you were doing. It also protects against the more common issue where the lights flicker for just a second, which could turn off your PC. I look for one that outputs a true sine wave, as otherwise there could be dirty power, and do you really want to risk your precious PC just because you wanted to save 30 bucks? If you have a desktop PC, more than just a laptop, then you want to get a larger UPS that has USB plugs that allow your PC to monitor it. This CyberPower one I found not only has a USB cable, but also software that gives you real-time information about your power consumption that you can view on your computer without having to toggle through the UPS's menus. You can configure when the computer should shut down or hibernate. The next upgrade on this list makes your desk look better, improves ergonomics, and allows for a much cleaner setup, and that is monitor arms. Here's why you should consider them. It clears space on your desk that would be taken up by monitor stands. It also improves desk ergonomics because you can easily adjust the monitor to the right height and angle so that your eye is naturally looking at the top bezel of the screen. It's much more comfortable to look down than it is to look up. You can see the entire screen without bending your neck, and you can move and tilt the monitor with ease. Depending on your monitor, you may have to support its weight. I talk about which monitor setup is right for you in the next video. A chair is something you're going to use all the time, every day. You practically live in it. If you're like me, then you do work and game in your chair. Get one that won't cause any health issues down the road. It should have an adjustable arm height, arm angle, lumbar support, and seat angle. If you're a heavier person like me, then you'll want a larger gaming chair that supports 30% more weight than you are. I have an Anda seat Kaiser because they have thick faux leather and feel like a racing seat. They have a magnetic neck pillow and honestly was cheaper than other premium office chairs. You can upgrade your chair with rollerblade wheels so they really glide on hardwood and don't tear up carpets. Even a comfortable gaming chair can be firm on the butt, especially your tailbone, so that leads me to an extra little tip. Get a good seat cushion with room for your coccyx. I love the seat cushions from Cushion Lab. They are totally worth it and allow me to be in my chair all day without back fatigue or causing any stress on my tailbone.
Ow!
Let's face it, many monitor desks, even standing desks, are really just tables. If you don't have a place to put things in, then they'll just clutter up your desk space. That's why you need a shelf with drawers. If you don't have a fancy monitor arm, then you can get the monitor stand out of the way by placing them on these shelves. The ones I have here have adjustable width, so you can tuck things under the shelves, and they even come with a drawer to put small things in like flash drives. The magnetic signs can hold pens and cables to keep things tidy. Make sure you subscribe if you found this guide helpful. If you think someone else would find this helpful, be sure to like it so this video is shown to more people. The monitor is probably the most important part of your desk setup. In the next video, I do a deep dive on the pros and cons of a single ultrawide versus a dual monitor setup, and which one is right for you. So click the thumbnail to watch that.